actually
Considering almost as a heritage tree.
Yeah. The shagbark?
Oh no, there's that large oak, red oak.
Well, welcome to Heathercrest Park. This is 5.8 acres of property that is owned by the Toronto District School Board, and it is declared surplus, so they are endeavoring to realize some cash from it. Obviously, because it is a park and it's been used as a park for the 50 years that the school board's owned it, it means a lot to the local people, and they're very interested in preserving it.
Well, you know, myself and Brian Yanni were significantly engaged in the Green Initiative. I had, from my heart, felt that with today's environment and so much emphasis on maintaining green space, there were quite a few of us that were very passionate about it. Adrian Wolf helped do a lot of research and development and data mining, and he was able to get access to information very quickly. And through these point contacts that we established, some of whom we remember and some of whom were just phone calls that helped provide some insight, they really did provide great guidance and support on the information that we needed to have intelligent conversations with people about obtaining support for maintaining green space. Behind us, you can see the expanse of the property, and about a half of it is woodland, and in that woodland is a large number of heritage trees, and in addition to that, there's a good substantial portion of it that is regenerating forest.
One of our colleagues who is responsible for the Green Initiative, or the green space of our initiative, and I look back and I just can't, thinking back to how fortuitous and the kind of forethought he demonstrated. He retained an arborist to do an inventory of the trees in the woodlot.
Like, the first thing I look at is not only the overstory, but the regeneration. And on both sides, it gets high marks because there are very little. I think it was just on the end that we saw a little bit of invasives coming in.
Yeah.
But all the regeneration is natural, and that's important. That means that this forest, as the large trees go, the smaller trees will replace them. It'll always have the same quality.
We had a lot of things on our side. The swale that feeds the other, feeds the other creek and feeds the other forest over here. That all used to be one forest here. I'm sure at one time this was all forest, but that was a big part of it. The wildlife, the Carolinian forest that's behind us here, full of Carolinian trees. And there are other parks. There's parks that are floodplain that are very nice, but they aren't the same.
But this is the bitternut hickory right here.
That's a really decent size.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And yeah, we noticed a few in here, but it's a specimen. Ironwood. Yeah, there's some ironwood down there.
Yeah, I think some more.
There's just small ones.
Yeah. Oh, here comes our neighbor Spence.
Nice day.
Whoops.
Speaking of treasures, did I identify Blue Beech last time?
Not that I saw.
There's one here.
You're kidding.
This is a treasure in the forest.
Yes.
Carpinus caroliniana. And we're standing here talking. Not these two, but these three stems.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a muscle wood. It's a treasure to find these because you only find the odd one, and sometimes they're in a grove. And this could be the only blue beech in this forest. But look at the bark.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mussel bark. It always stays smooth. And because the leaves are similar to elm. Like this one here. This one here, I believe, is a native red maple. There's a big elm there.
Yeah, there's a few more over in here.
Yeah. Well, I had a poplar, an ash, and an ironwood.
Because of the size of the woodland, it attracts a lot of wildlife. It's not unusual to see hawks flying around here. There are northern flickers passing through on their migratory paths. There's woodpeckers. We have our own resident owl and lots of goldfinches, etc. And on the mammal side, we have foxes, raccoons, squirrels galore, having fun in the trees, and there's possum as well. And on occasion, people have seen deer, and the swale itself has been known to be home to some mallard ducks in their breeding season.
And we've affectionately named them, and they've had the same name for all these years. I know it's not the same ducks, but they live in our pool every spring. In fact, we don't let my husband open the pool until they have vacated and had their babies and done their thing. And I'm afraid that my grandkids won't be able to see that. If we lose all of this, they know where to come every year. And I think that's, that's what it's all about. It's not just about us. It's about all the feathered and furry friends too.
And we look, and there's like 3 deer there. I call Ruth, no answer. I call Joanne, no answer. I call Reed, no answer. I'm like, oh my God! And the girls are just looking like we couldn't believe it. We're just like it was just unbelievable.
If you come out at dusk, the last few weeks there's been an owl trying to find a mate in here, and a bit of a hoot, which I can't imitate. And every night for hours, every night for hours is in there. What's the owl hoot, Doris? Either that or it's Crystal on her back deck. But it's kind of neat. He's up there in the tree, and you can just stand out of the tree, and it's really neat. And Steve's got some pictures of him, and we see him flying around. And just out last night as well, there's dozens of bats that go through these breezeways in a big oval. And that's neat for the kids to see, too.
The trees provide the shelter, the homes for more diverse types of organisms. It's not just the trees themselves.